So in this video we are going to learn the first chapter of mathematics part 1, that is linear equation in two variables. So let's have a quick look on the subtopics which are included in this chapter. So these are the subtopics. The first one is method of solving linear equations in two variables, that is graphical method and Cramer's method. These are the two variables which are included in this chapter. The second subtopic is equations that can be transformed in linear equations in two variables. That means we can convert non-linear equations into linear equations, and after that we can solve these equations. The third subtopic is application of simultaneous equations. So we can use linear equations in certain applications. So what are those applications where we can use this? So we will discuss one by one these topics in upcoming lectures. So for time being, the first topic we will discuss in this video, that is method of solving linear equations. So we'll start from basic, means what is mean by linear equation first, and how we can solve the two simultaneous equations. Okay, so see the first definition of linear equation in two variables. So if you focus on this word linear, okay, it includes line first. Okay, linear, the word includes line. So if you heard about certain types of graphs, some graphs are linear, some graphs are parabolic, and some graphs are exponential. So what is mean by linear, which indicates a line, a straight line? So we can say this graph is a linear. Why? Because it contains a straight line. Okay, and as per the book, the definition of linear equations in two variables, okay, the word suggested two variables. So the equation should contain two variables. The variables need not necessarily x or y. It can be m or n, it can be a or b, anything. Okay, so as per the definition, so an equation which contains two variables, okay, any two variables, and the degree of each term containing variable is 1. Degree, or we can say the power of the term or power of the variable, is 1. So this equation is known as linear equation in two variables. Okay, this is the general form of equation which is given here: ax plus by plus c equal to 0. So this is the general form of linear equation. And what are the conditions so that this equation becomes a linear equation? The first condition is a, b, c are real numbers. Okay, a, b, c, these three are real numbers, and a and b are not equal to 0. A and b are not equal to 0 at the same time. So these are the two conditions. The first condition is a, b, c are real numbers, and the second condition is a and b are not equal to 0 at the same time. If any equation satisfies these two conditions, then we can say that equation is known as linear equations in two variable. For example, the example is given like 3x minus 4y plus 12 equal to 0. Okay, so this is the general form of the equation. We can write it as 3x equal to 4y minus 12 also. So are is these equation satisfy these above two conditions? Yes. See, this is a, this is b, and this is c. So a, b, c are real numbers. Okay, the first condition is satisfied, and a and b are not equal to 0 at the same time. So the value of a and b is not equal to 0. So the equation satisfied by the two conditions is known as linear equation in two variables. Okay, so next, this is the table which is given in the book. So you have to select or write whether the equation given are linear equation in two variables or not. Okay, so let's have a look on the first equation, and the answer is also given. This is a linear equation in two variables. So we'll discuss why this is a linear equation and why some equations are not linear equation. See, the first condition is what? A, B, C are real numbers, and the equation should contain two variables. So the first, 4m plus 3n equal to 12. So m is the one variable and n is the other variable. So this equation contains two variables. Okay, and the value of the constant, that is the variable which is attached with the variable, is not equal to 0 at the same time. So 4 and 3, these are the different values, is not equal to 0. Okay, and this is also constant. So this equation satisfied this about the above two condition, that's why the equation is known as linear equation in two variables. So the comment is yes. Now let's see the next equation, this 3x square minus 7y equal to 12. If you see the equation, 3x square minus 7y equal to 13, the power of x and y, it should be 1. Okay, as per the definition, the variable's power or variable's degree, it should be 1. But here you can see the degree of x is 2, not 1, and the degree of y is 1. Okay, so the first condition is not satisfied. So the degree compulsory, it should be 1. So that's why this equation is not a linear equation in two variable. Okay, the comment for this is no, it is not an linear equation in two variable. Let's have a look on the third equation, which is given under root 2x minus under root 5y equal to 16. So is this a linear equation in two variables? Yes or no? See, under root 2 into x, so degree of x is 1. Okay, the degree of 2 is under 1 by 2, but not x. See, the degree of x is separate and under root 2 is separate. See, if it is given like this, under root 2x plus under root 5y equal to 16, if it is given like this, then it is not a linear equation. Why? Because the power of x is 1 by 2 and power of y is 1 by 2. But you can see the equation is given like this, under root 2 is separate and x, minus or plus under root 5 is separate and y. So this is a linear equation. So the comment will be yes, because the power of the variables are 1, the degree are 1, and a, b, c are, suppose a, b, c are constant and these are real numbers, and the value of a and b is not equal to 0 at the same time. So it satisfies all the conditions. That's why this equation is a linear equation in two variables. The next equation number 4, let's have a look on the equation number 4. What is given? 0x plus 6y minus 3 equal to 0. Okay, see, 0x, 0x means what? The whole term goes to 0. The remaining term is 6y minus 3 equal to 0. 6y minus 3, is it a linear equation in two variables? Yes or no? No. Why? Because this is it is a linear equation, no doubt it is a linear equation, but it is a linear equation in one variable, not two, because the x term will get cancelled because of this 0. So that's why it is a linear equation in one variable. So we can't say it is a linear equation in two variables. The comment will be no, it is not a linear equation in two variable, but it is a linear equation in one variable. Okay, then equation number 5, 0.3x plus 0y minus 36, the same case. In this equation also 0y gets cancelled and it is equal to 0, so it will become a linear equation in one variable. Okay, it is, you can see the variable is only x, and in the above equation you can see the variable only is y. So this is also the same case, it is not a linear equation in two variables, but it is a linear equation in one variable. Okay, so the comment will be no. The equation number 6, 4 divided by x plus 5 by y equal to 4. We can write it as follows. See, 4y plus 5x, okay, 4y plus 5x equal to 4xy, just a cross multiplication. We can write it as this. See, the power of y is 1, the power of x is 1, degree of x is 1, but you can see the right side term, it is not the degree which is having 1. So this is not a linear equation in two variables. Okay, the same case, equation number 7, 4xy minus 5y minus 8 equal to 0. So in this case also the degree of this xy is not the 1. That's why it is also not a linear equation in two variables. The comment for these remaining two are no, it is not a linear equation in two variables, and the equation number 7 is also not a linear equation in two variables. Okay, so in your exam they may ask like they may give some equations and they will ask whether these equations are linear equation in two variables or not. So you have to understand how we can check the linear equation in two variables, and what are the conditions needs to be satisfied by every equations to be linear equation in two variables. Okay, now the next subtopic is simultaneous linear equations. What is mean by simultaneous linear equations? You know, now you know the definition of linear equations. What is mean by linear equations? See, when we think about two linear equations in two variables at the same time, they call as simultaneous equations. Okay, see, this is a certain equations, 3x plus 2y equal to 15. Okay, this is one linear equations. Okay, and this is other, 3x minus 4y equal to 16. This is second linear equation. If you see the two set of linear equations simultaneously or at one place at the same time, if you see the two linear equations, then these equations we know, we can call it as simultaneous linear equations. Okay, now there are some methods to solve these equations, or there are some methods we'll see, we'll discuss in detail what are the methods to solve these equations. So let's take one example. The first equation is given as 5x minus 3y is equal to 8. So this is the first equation, and 3x plus y is equal to 2. This is the second equation. So we have to solve this following simultaneous equation. Then there are certain methods to solve this. Just follow the procedure which is given. The first step you have to write down the equation as it is and give the number as 1 and 2. Okay, so 5x minus 3y equal to 8, give as equation number 1, and 3x plus y equal to 2, give as equation number 2. Now we have to solve these two equations. So what are the methods? The first method is just eliminate some term or make equation of one variable, and the second method is multiply or divide the equation by any number so that we can get the same variable. Okay, see, if we multiply the equation number 2 by 3, see, the equation number 2 is given as 3x plus y equal to 2. If you multiply this equation, this is equation number 2, if you multiply this equation number 2 by 3, what will get? See, 3 into 3, 9x plus 3y equal to 2 into 3, 6. We will get this equation, 9x plus 3y equal to 6. Okay, there is no change by multiplying both the sides. Okay, do not multiply on a single side, just multiply on the both side. Multiply or divide, you can divide or you can multiply it on both the side, left hand side as well as right hand side. See, so we got this equation, 9x plus 3y equal to 6 by multiplying equation number 2 by 3. Now what is the first equation? 5x minus 3y equal to 8. This is first equation, and suppose this is third equation. We this equation we got after multiplying the equation number 2 by 3. So what do we have to do now is just add these equations. Okay, 9x plus 5x is equal to 14x plus 3y minus 3y, it will get cancelled, 0y, and which is equal to 6 plus 8, that is 14. Okay, so 14x is equal to 14, so we can find out the value of x, 14 upon 14. So the value of x we got is 1. Okay, so now what we have to do? Put the value of x in any of the equation number 1, equation number 2, or equation number 3. You can put the value of x in any equation. So I am putting the value of x in equation number 2. What is equation number 2? This 3x plus y equal to 2. Okay, so what we have to do? Put the value of x equal to 1. So here x equal to 1. The equation becomes 3 plus y equal to 2, and the value of y equal to 2 minus 3, that is minus 1. Okay, so we got the value of x and value of y. So x comma y equal to 1 comma minus 1, right? See, we got the same value, 1 minus 1. Okay, So this is the method number one, just by substitute the value of x in another equation and find out the value of y. Okay, so there is another method, this one, method number two. This is the first equation, 5x minus 3y equal to 8, and this is the second equation, 3x plus y equal to 2. So let us write the value of y in terms of x from equation number 2. Okay, so what is the equation number 2? 3x plus y equal to 2. If we take 3x on the right hand side, what we will get? Y equal to 2 minus 3x, right? So now this is the value of y which we have right now. Now we can put the value of y in the equation number first. So what is the equation number first? This 5x minus 3y equal to 8. So in the place of y we can write 2 minus 3x. So we'll write 5x minus 3y. Y means 2 minus 3x is equal to 8. So just solve this bracket. So 5x minus 3 into 2, 6, minus into minus get plus 3 into 2, 6, minus into minus plus 3 into 3, 9x is equal to 8. Okay, now what you will get? 5x plus 9x, that is 14x, and this minus 6, it will go in the right hand side, it will become plus 6. So 8 plus 6 is equal to 14. So anyway the value of x is 1, means you can solve this equation by any method, you will get the same answer. The value of x is equal to 1. And if you put the value of x in this equation, so what you will get? Y equal to 2 minus 3 into x. So 3 into 1, that is 3. So the value of y is minus 1. Okay, so anyway you can solve by method number 1 or method number 2, whichever the method you feel easy. So the value or the answer becomes answer, you will get the same answer. So value of x is 1 and the value of y is minus 1. So this is the final solution of this simultaneous equation. Okay, so these are the two methods. You can solve this question by any method. Now the second question, the same type of question. These are the two simultaneous equation given, and you have to solve this equation and find out the values of x and y. You can solve this by any method. Okay, so what is the first equation? 3x plus 2y equal to 29. And what is the second equation? 5x minus y is equal to 18. So the first step which I told you, just write down the equations and give the number as 1 and 2. Okay, so here I am writing the equation. First of all, 3x plus 2y is equal to 29, and give the equation number as 1. The next is 5x minus y equal to 18, and give the equation as number 2. Okay, so now we have to eliminate y in these two equations. So what we can do? Multiply the equation number 2 by 2. Okay, so multiply equation number 2 by 2. So if you multiply equation number 2, you will get 5x into 2, that is 10x, minus 2 into y, okay, is equal to 18 into 2, 36. This is the equation number 3 which we got after multiplying the equation number 2 by 2. And what is the first equation? That is 3x plus 2y, which is equal to 29. This is first equation. Now we can add these two equations. Okay, so by adding this equation, what we will get? 10x plus 3x, that is 13x, and minus 2y plus 2y, it will get cancelled, and 36 plus 29, that is 65. Okay, so here you can calculate the value of x, that is x is equal to what? 65 upon 13, that is 5. here we got the value of x, and we can put the value of x in any equation, that is equation number 1, 2 or 3, any equation. So which is the simple equation, you can put the value of x in that. See, I'm putting the value of x in equation number 2. 5x minus y is equal to 18. So the value of x is 5. 5 into 5, 25, minus y is equal to 18. So we can take y this side, it will become 25 minus 18 is equal to y. So the value of y is 7. So here we got the value of x and value of y. So x comma y is equal to 5 comma 7. Or you can solve these equations by method number 2 also, you will get the same answer. Okay, try just try solving these equations by method number 2 and check whether you are getting the same answer or not. Now this is your homework question. You have to solve this equation: 15x plus 17y equal to 21 and 17x plus 15y equal to 11. So just solve this equation and share your answer in the comment box. What is the value of x and what is the value of y. Okay, so you can share the answers in the comment box, and if you like the video, just press on like. And in upcoming lectures we'll cover the remaining topic of this chapter number 1. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.